It's good, YouTube. Quinn Wade coming to y'all with another analysis breakdown on Kyle Lowry. He's very, very underrated when it came to his career. He was always a spot minute guy. He can come in and really make a huge impact. He can finish real well at the rim, when he gets space, when he gets that first step, when he gets that burst, when he gets that chance to see where the center's at. He uses all that type of knowledge to make his move, when to drive to the basket, and it's very important. Screen setting is essential to him getting to the basket outside of using his handle or using his size and his stockiness to be able to, keep guards guessing. And I feel like he can finish with his right hand real good. He can also dunk it a little bit when he was younger. His pull up game is his bread and butter. If you can't stop him from getting to the rim, or you can't stop him coming off that screen, or stop the pass that he wants to do, he can just pull up. And sometimes he got so confident with it later in his career, especially in Toronto, where he was mostly known for his pull up 3 point shot, whether it's coming off a screen or just being able to catch and shoot. Kyle Lowry really excelled and really mastered that shot some seasons, and that's what he needed to do to evolve his game. That's what he needed to do to stay a starter, and that's what he very well needed to do to be a difference maker as a starter when he was on the court. And I feel like that's something we'll remember Kyle Lowry, his quick, no hesitation three, and the fact that sometimes he was so wide open you couldn't even blame him. But you kind of wonder, why is he wide open? Just moving without the ball, just moving as he gets screens to set himself up. Now it's just about putting yourself in a position to knock it down. He would do that, and then he'd just be knocking down threes, and you'll always see all that space for a quality shooter that you've seen make them shots so much throughout the game, and you'll still wonder how he keep getting open. But when you do crash the defense or probe the defense, it leaves you open for the ability to pass that ball too. And if you set the screen and he has the patience to make sure you get the right pass, he'll make bad centers look good, non-athletic centers look good, and he'll just make his own teammates, even if they wasn't a center, look good, just because he gave up the ball so often. And he really would torture defenses with the ability to pick that poison of, do you want me to shoot the three, do you want me to get to the basket, or do you want me to pass to somebody in a corner or a center that can just catch and finish at the rim. And I feel like that's what they needed, and he was able to, figure that out as long as his career was going. That these quick passes, these fast passes, or these proby type passes are really well for me to do, because sometimes I just can't see over the defense because I'm only really 6 feet. And if I can make my teammates better, that's my goal as a point guard, is to set them up and put them in position to succeed. And I feel like Kyle Lowry did that enough. He wasn't the greatest passer, wasn't the best passer ever, but he knew when to give the ball up. He knew when to make the big plays, and he knew how to do it, whether he was scoring that a lot or using this scoring to gain that attention so it can open up lanes for them to be able to score later in the game. So I love what I see out of Kyle Lowry. I love what he has done. I love his career, going from a guy where people didn't like him, the coaching staff didn't like him, and then getting a restart in Toronto, becoming a championship point guard, being the guy that people feel like was one of the hottest free agents, and being the guy that people looked at as from a clown to a guy they didn't really feel, to a guy they really couldn't understand, to being one of the guys they look at as a difference maker on the court. And that just show you how perception can change, how you think about people can change just based off what you see. And I got to give him credit for his maturity, for him to fail a little bit, and for him to believe in himself to correct his career and put him on a Hall of Fame type of path. That's a big change up in his career. And I'm not naming some of this stuff to diss him. I'm just saying this is what people were saying about him. This is how people honestly felt about him. And then you can see that thing change as his career continued to go on. And, he continued to play in long series, making long playoff runs. And for him to get the cherry on top as a championship point guard, you couldn't get the big ones, but you always say, I take Kyle Lowry because he understands the game and he plays the game the right way, and he still can shoot, just as far, just as good as some of these players in the league at the same position. But he also defended a little bit when he was younger too, because you needed that scrappiness. You needed to show your opponent how much different y'all are, but how much you was cool with being you and cool with your own style. So Kyle Lowry, is hard to find players like him. It's hard to find one player that I can compare him to. He's just a one of one. He's just a unique player. He's just a sighting player too, especially when he's getting hot. And he's just a guy that found a way to get it done in an era where it was so many point guards doing it at the All-Star game, so many point guards doing it in the NBA Finals, and he put himself in that bunch that did it too. Now we just gotta see, is he going to be a Hall of Famer or not? And that's the only check that he got to check off in the boxes. Other than that, thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more analysis. If you like the video, like it, and hopefully you got more videos you want to see from me. Just remember, some more coming out even in the future. Other than that, I'm gone.